What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Tonge. Thanks for tuning into another episode. If you guys are watching on YouTube, yes, I still have the sign in the back, okay? I don't care if you guys can't see it. For me, it's giving extra light in the back, okay? It's giving a little bit of oomph, but we are going to figure out a way that you guys can actually read the sign, okay? I tried putting it like here on the couch and it was still kind of blurry. So we're going to figure it out. I'm going to play around a little bit. Okay. Today I was rushing for setup because I actually have dance class right after this. So this is going to be a super short episode. But hey, what's up, YouTube fam? What's up if you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts? So today I want to dive into the topic of failure. Okay. Embracing quote unquote. I don't even want to put it out as the word failure, but quote unquote failure. Okay. So maybe you are in a place right now in your life where you have a big goal, right? Whether that's growing as an entrepreneur, growing your business, wanting to change something about yourself, maybe wanting to drop some weight, maybe wanting to just make some type of change, right? And what happens is sometimes we have to go through trial and error, okay? Trial and error. Do you guys know the song? Hopefully you do. Hopefully you're not that young, okay? But if you are, whatever, okay? What's up, y'all? What's up, Gen Z? But hopefully y'all know who Aaliyah is, okay? A legend, a legend. But if you guys remember the song, if at first you don't succeed, dust it off, right? Dust yourself off and try again. That is literally the motto of life, okay? If you do not succeed the first time, if you do not succeed the second time, if you don't succeed the third time, dust it off, honey, okay? And try again. Get up, okay? Don't sit there and soak in the failure. Don't sit there and be miserable or get down on yourself or be hard on yourself. Failure is a part of life, okay? And the thing about failure is that failure is not long term. Failure is not permanent, okay? Failure can be something that's temporary. Failure can be something that just allows us to pivot, to learn, maybe to adjust, maybe to change the way that we approach something, maybe to just evaluate the way that we are really taking the steps towards our goals, right? What action are we taking? So failure can be a good thing. Failure doesn't always have to be a negative. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. So in order to move past failure, we number one have to just embrace it, okay? Embrace it. I talked about my journey with starting my dance business and getting into classes and really building up my classes. And next year is going to be my 10th year teaching dance classes, okay? Dance and fitness classes. And if you guys listen to the episode where I talked a little bit about where I started and my insecurities and how, I always wanted to teach classes on my own. I didn't have this idea of always working for someone, right? I didn't always want to work for gyms and I didn't always want to work for other people, right? I always wanted to do my own thing. So getting to where I am right now, it has been a freaking journey. There's been so many failures. I still fail to this day. I still fail to this day. Literally, within the past month, I've had to cancel two of my classes. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs or content creators or business owners or just people who are really putting themselves out there, whether that be on social media, whether that just be in the public eye, whether that be just offering a service, they're not always going to be transparent about the ups and downs of running a business or doing your own thing or, attracting the type of clients that you want. And on this show, okay, based on the title, we're going to keep it real, okay? So let's just be real for a minute, okay? I have had many of classes that I've had to cancel. I literally just had to cancel a class on Sunday because I had two people signed up and it just doesn't make sense to run a class with two people. If you guys are a fitness instructor or any type of entrepreneur or business owner or teacher or something where you run a class or you run a program, anything like that, you know that attendance is very important. Participation is very important. So when you don't have the numbers, when people aren't showing up, right, it can be hard. And that is a form of failure, right? Like when I have to cancel classes, I used to take it very hard on myself. I'm not going to lie. I still do get, a little upset, but now I've kind of just learned to realize that it's not a me problem, right? If people aren't showing up, if people aren't signing up, if people don't want to move their body, if people don't want to come and dance, if people don't want to work out, that has nothing to do with me, right? That has something to do with them. Whether it's lack of motivation, whether it's lack of funds, whether it's just them not feeling good, right? There's different reasons why people don't show up for things. This is just something that we have to go through, right? Trial and error, learning as we go, learning as you grow. Okay. That's part of life. Learning as you grow, taking the notes as you go, right? Like, okay, well, this didn't work out. What could I do differently this time? I'm literally in a season right now of revamping my business, revamping my personal brand, really making big changes, especially like coming towards the end of the year. I'm really sitting and like evaluating, how did the year go? What are some things that really worked out for me? What are some things that I feel like need to change, right? And that's an essential part of life, really sitting down and evaluating where you are and maybe what steps or things you need to do different. But we can't sit there and just be hard on ourselves all the time, or come into this victim mentality, right? That, oh, people don't support me, or people don't want to show up for me, or everybody's doing the same thing, the industry's oversaturated, whatever industry you're in, whether it's, again, content creation, whether you have your own business online, whether you have a business at an actual physical place, right? If you have this mindset that things are oversaturated or there's not enough to go around, first of all, that is a scarcity mindset, right? We talked a little bit about that before. And when you're coming from a place of scarcity and not abundance, you're always going to think that there's not enough. You're always going to find a reason why people didn't want to pay. You're going to come up with a reason why there's not enough money. You're going to come up with a reason why you're not able to make enough money, why you're hitting a ceiling, right? Why you can't make more than what you're currently making. So we have to try to come out of that mindset and really understand that there's enough. There's enough to go around, right? You're doing your best. Just affirm that to yourself. You're doing your best. You're doing the best that you possibly can. And if you feel like you're not doing your best, then just do better, right? Sit down, get pen to paper, write down some new ideas. Or if you have a team, sit down with your team and brainstorm, come up with new ideas or new things that you can add to your business, or that you can offer, or new content ideas that you can come up with, right? Don't sit there and just feel sorry for yourself. Okay. Number one, because you're going to put yourself down, right? You're going to lower your self-esteem. You're going to lower your level of confidence. And when you have low self-esteem, and you lack confidence, people can see that, okay? People can see that. People can notice. People can see when you're doing things out of desperation. People can see when you're not feeling your best. People can see when you are frustrated, right? So if I come on Instagram and I'm trying to sell something, or I'm trying to get people to come to my class, or I'm trying to get people to come to my event, and I seem like I have an attitude or I seem like I'm being super, super pushy about it, right? Like I'm not being authentic. I'm not really trying to invite people in a genuine way. People are going to pick up on that. Okay. So we have to figure out ways where we can just be ourselves authentically, but still be inviting, right? If you are someone that works with people and you want people to come and support you, you want people to show up for you, right? Or whatever it is that you're doing, period, going back to just trying to achieve your goals in general. Like I said, it could be something like losing weight. It could be something like maybe you had a project that you were working on and you didn't finish the project, or you finished the project and it didn't come out the way that you wanted it to. Just move on, okay? Do not dwell on what didn't go right. Like we talked about in the last episode, the more that you focus on the negative, the more negative that you're going to get. So if you want to start seeing positive changes in your life, if you want to start seeing more success, if you want to start seeing more money, if you want to start seeing more customers, you have to embrace the failure and be okay be okay with the fact that things are not always going to go the way that you want to, because number one, we are not always in control, right? Yes, we work as co-creators with the universe, right? We can ask God for things, we can pray for things, but if we're not in that receiving mode and we're not understanding that things are not going to come right away, or things are not going to come in the speed that we want them to, then we're just going to stay in that mindset of frustration, of anxiety, of feeling upset, of being angry, right? And who wants to be upset and angry? Again, law of attraction, you're going to attract people who are angry, right? Do you want angry customers? Because if you're angry, you're going to attract angry customers, and nobody wants that. I don't want that. And I'm not going to lie, like in the first like 2-3 years of my business, when I started offering classes to the public, like I definitely would get people, not, I wouldn't say angry, but people who just like, they tried to get around like policies, cancellation policies. They, weren't understanding. They had an attitude, about certain things. So literally you attract what you are. So I do feel like there was a lot of work that I needed to do on myself to start attracting the right customers. And here we are, right? We have the Real Vibe Tribe. I love the people who support and come take classes in the community that we've built. So I'm just really grateful. And I'm also grateful for the failures. I'm grateful for the moments that I've just really had to learn from, because without those moments, I would not be where I am today. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I do have to run, I have class. So thank you for watching. If you guys are on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe, okay? Do not forget to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, let me know what you thought about this video. If you guys are on Spotify or Apple, make sure you guys leave a rating and review, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. See you guys. Bye.